Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In this video we are going to take a look why the Samsung Galaxy Note 9 is the most feature-packed phone that Samsung has ever released till now. And we are going to see whether you should consider buying this Samsung Galaxy Note 9 in 2023 or you should go with some another phone. And in this video, I am going to show you why this is the most feature-packed phone by going over to its features as well as other hardware stuff. So let's get started with the video. So starting with the build and design, this phone is made like a tank. It is covered with glass from front as well as back. It is Gorilla Glass 5 in front as well as at the back, and on sides it is covered with aluminium. So this is the Aluminium 6000 series, not the aero grade aluminium that Samsung has introduced in the S23 Ultra series. And personally, this phone has held up pretty well. I have been using it without any screen protector or any back cover, and there has been no major scratches on this device. There are some few on the back. Let me show you. And here you can see slight scratches on the back. This is due to casually using this device and keeping it on the table, etc. So because of that stuff, it has slightly scratched on the sides, as you can see. But rather than that, it has held up pretty well. Now coming over to the front glass has held up pretty well compared to the back glass. It has only one scratch. Let me try to focus it. So as you can see right there, so that is only one scratch, and there are few smaller scratches, but they are not visible that much. And overall, I would say that the build quality has held up pretty well. The fingerprint scanner has been damaged somewhat, and it works sometimes and sometimes it doesn't. So that is one issue with the build and design. Other than that, I dropped this device few times, and as you can see there are small scratches on the edges, but that is just fine. Overall, it has a very good build quality even in 2023. Now the first reason why I feel that this device has more features than the latest Samsung Galaxy S23 is that it still comes with an headphone jack at the bottom. So it still has an 3.5 headphone jack, and that is a very good thing. And the second feature is that even though it does not have any physical home button, but still it does have an pressure sensitive home button right at the bottom, as you can see, and you can either double tap it to open the phone or you can press it hard to wake up the device. And if you are in any application, you can just force touch the middle bottom area and it will get back to the home screen. So that is, I would say, is a pretty good feature, and I don't know why Samsung removed this feature from latest devices, as it is a very good feature, I would say. So that was the second point. Now coming over to biometrics, this phone comes with a fingerprint scanner as I told, and it also comes with face detection. So that is not a secured way to unlock the device. It also comes with an iris scanner. So that was the biometric feature which Samsung removed from this device. So this was the last Note device to actually come with an iris scanner. Now let's come over to the display. So this phone comes with an AMOLED display and it is curved on both the sides, and I actually prefer the curved display compared to the flat one. Like, even though this is an 5-year-old device, still it looks premium in hand and it actually looks futuristic due to these curved edges. As you can see, they look very good. It does come with bezels at top and bottom, so that might feel a little bit outdated, but overall I would say it looks fine. It would have been better if the bottom bezel was not there. The top bezel we can understand due to the iris scanner and camera and speaker stuff, but the bottom bezel could have been much smaller than this. But overall it's okay for 2023, and it does not come with any notch or hole punch, so that is a good thing. And it comes with 6.4-inch screen, and it is a 2K screen, so you can actually adjust the resolution on this phone, and currently it is at WQHD and it is very sharp. If you look at it closely, you cannot see any pixels on this device, so that is a very good thing. And if you want to extend your battery life, you can anytime reduce the resolution on this device, so that is a good thing. And the other thing to note that if you are buying this phone in 2023 is that it does not come with 120 Hz display, so it is a 60 Hz display, and it is not that smooth uh, as the latest Samsung flagships or the mid-range E series devices. But if you have never used any 90 or 120 Hz phone, it will just feel fine. You will not notice any difference of any sort. So that is the one thing that you have to consider while buying this device, that it does not come with promotion or 120 or 90 Hz display. But overall, the display quality is A plus, I would say, even though in 2023, and it does support HDR content, and it also comes always on display, as you can see. And the maximum brightness of this device is 1000 nits, so that is okay for indoors, like it gets pretty dim as well as pretty bright indoors, but at outdoors you will feel a little bit lack on brightness if the screen is directly facing the sun. So the screen brightness is just fine. You can take it outdoors, it will be visible, but under direct sunlight you might struggle a bit. So that was regarding the display. Now coming over to the performance. So the variant which I have here is the Exynos version. It is the Exynos 9810. So it is not the Snapdragon one, as you can see. And if you are planning to buy this device now, then do consider buying the Snapdragon variant, as the Snapdragon E variant is much faster and has a better battery life compared to this Exynos variant. Overall, in day-to-day life, if you open basic applications like phone dialer or email, Play Store, etc., and if you play some basic games like this Subway Surfers, it will just perform fine. There will not be any stutters or lag. But if you do heavy multitasking or if you play some hardcore games, it will lag a bit and it will get very warm near the volume button and this side. So this phone now is not good for heavy multitasking or playing hardcore games. But if you are doing basic stuff like writing emails, opening up Word document, or doing some basic browsing, for that purposes, I would say it still performs very well. It does get warm very quickly as it comes with Exynos variant, and the Exynos processors actually get warm very quickly compared to the Snapdragon counterparts. So the variant which I have comes with 6 GB of RAM. It also comes with 8 GB RAM variant, and according to me, the 6 GB RAM variant will work just fine. As you can see, even though I have opened the multiple applications, still we have 1.9 GB available. So 6 GB RAM variant is just enough for today's standards, as well as future proofing also. So there are no issues in RAM management on this device. It is easily able to keep multiple apps in the background. So that was regarding the performance on this device. Now let's talk about cameras. So this phone does come with an dual camera setup. The primary is 12 megapixel and it is actually dual aperture. I will show you in a bit. And the secondary is telephoto at 2x. It is also 12 megapixel and it does come with an heart rate scanner. So that is a very good feature that Samsung removed from its latest flagship. It can actually measure heart rate as well as BP, and the front camera is 8 megapixels at f1.7, and the camera quality as well as video quality on this device is still excellent. Like I shoot most of my YouTube videos on this device itself, and the front camera as well as back camera is good for video recording and stuff. it can shoot up to 4K 60 at the back, and at the front it can shoot up to 4K 30. So that is a very good thing. Now coming over to the night photography. The night photography I would say is average on this phone. It is not that good. Like you can shoot night photos on this device, but they will not come out to be as great as the latest flagships. So let's see the rest of the features in the camera application. So it does come with single take, which Samsung introduced with the Galaxy Note 10, and it does come with live focus, but it does not come with portrait video mode, as that was the hardware limitation of this device. And it also comes with night mode on the telephoto as well, as we talked about it. Now coming over to more features, it does come with pro video as well as pro photo mode, and it does have super slow motion, and you can see we can actually adjust the aperture on this device to control the amount of light that enters the sensor. And this was the last Note device to come with dual aperture. So let me show you the dual aperture in working, and you can see the dual aperture in working. It looks very good to look at. So there it is, that feature. So that was about the camera on this device. And overall, if you're buying this device for camera, you can go with it. It is a very good camera setup, and the photos and videos that it takes is amazing till this date. So that was regarding the camera. Now let's talk about the battery life on this device. And this device comes with an 4000 milliampere battery. So at that time this was a good capacity, but in 2023 5000 milliampere has become the standard. The S23 as well as the other devices do come with 5000 milliampere battery. So this being the Exynos variant of the Note 9, the battery life is average I would say, and I have not replaced the battery on this device. And if you want to check battery health, you can download the AccuBattery app from the Play Store. And the battery health on this device, as you can see, is just 74%, and I have not replaced the battery. So if you replace the battery, I would say then the battery life would be great. It would not be amazing, but it would easily give you an screen on time of around 4 to 5 hours maximum. But if you go with the Snapdragon variant, you might get 1 to 1.5 hour extra battery life. So that is the thing to consider while you are buying this device now. And now let's talk about the S Pen. So this being a Note device does come with an S Pen, and the blue variant actually comes with an yellow S Pen. Many people do like this color, and some people like this color and some people don't. Personally, I do like this color. It looks good. It might look a little bit cheap due to the yellow color, but that's fine. It does its job and it still works very good. As you can see, it comes with all the features that come with the latest S23 Ultra. But coming over to air actions, it supports only basic air actions, like you can use this button to click a photo or slide the images in the gallery app. It does not support any gestures that Samsung introduced in Note 10, like pressing the button and moving towards left or right. It will just open the camera by single press, and by double press you can flip the camera, as you can see. So that is that, and with one click you can take the photo, or in video mode you can actually start shooting videos. So that is a very good thing if you are traveling and you want to take pictures of yourself. So you can just keep this phone on a stand and you can take the S Pen and click the images. So that is a very good use of this S Pen. And talking about the latency of this S Pen, the latency is pretty good. I would say it is not, as you can see, it is pretty good, and it is pressure sensitive. So you can give pressure at different angles and it will act accordingly. So that is regarding the S Pen, and it has still held up well. Phone actually came with changeable tips also. So inside the box, 4 extra tips and a tool to remove this tip. So that was a good thing that Samsung included in the box. Nowadays the S Pen does not come with any replaceable tips. If you want to replace it or if it is damaged, you have to buy it separately. Now let's talk about rest of these features of this Note device and how does it make this phone the most feature packed phone that Samsung ever introduced. And we talked about the headphone jack and the iris scanner, the heart rate sensor, and the fourth thing that makes this phone feature packed is that it does come with an SD card slot, so you can expand storage up to 1 TB on this device, and that is a very good thing to consider. And the seventh point is that it does have an Bixby key. And I know that Bixby is not as good as Google Assistant, but you can actually map this key to any app that you want. So personally, I have to map this device to the camera app. So if I press this button, it opens the camera app, and it is good if you are using any app and you want to shoot images immediately, so you can just press this button and shoot the images. So that is a very good use of this Bixby key. So that were the 7 features that make this phone the most feature packed device that Samsung ever released. Now coming over to speakers, this was the first Note device to come with dual speakers. So it has one speaker up at the bottom and another is at the top in the earpiece, and I would say the speaker quality is fine. It does come with Dolby Atmos, as you can see, and if you enable Dolby Atmos, the sound quality improves slightly. So let me show you a sample music video. So let's play this. As you can see, the loudness is fine, but 60% of the volume comes from the bottom speaker and only 40% comes from the top. So the separation is fine. It is not as good as the latest devices. Now let's talk about the software. So this phone on Android 10 One UI version 2.5, and it will not get any major OS updates now, and Samsung has removed the support for this device, so it will not get any major software updates or security patches. As you can see, the last software update was actually a security patch, that too of July, and now we are in June 23. So from 1 year it has not received any OS updates, so that is a very bad thing, I would say, as the hardware is still capable, but Samsung is not pushing any updates for this device. That is a very bad thing. So if you are considering to buy this device, do keep in mind that it will not get any OS updates further. Now coming over to call quality and stuff, it does not have 5G. So if you are buying, you have to use 4G only. It does not have any 5G support, and the call quality is very good on this device. I didn't face any issues. I have been using this phone with dual SIM, and there were no issues here in India. Now coming over to Wi-Fi, it does have Wi-Fi 5 and not Wi-Fi 6, and it has Bluetooth 5. And regarding charging, it comes with 15-watt charger in the box, and 15 watt might seem slow, but according to me it charges pretty fast. Like in 30 minutes you can charge 40%, and that is just fine for this device, as the battery is only 4000 milliamperes and it takes around 1.5 to 2 hours to fully charge from 0 to 100%. And it does have wireless charging support. It does not have reverse wireless charging, but you can charge at 5 watt maximum, so it is not fast wireless charging, but it is good for convenience. Now for those who are interested in benchmarks, I ran Geekbench 6 on this device, and the Geekbench score as you can see, it's just okay, I would say. The single core score and the multi core score is just fine. Now, coming over to whether you should buy this device now in 2023. So, I would say go with this device if you want a secondary device to shoot videos for your YouTube channel or any other or that kind of stuff. For the camera purposes, I would say it is still a very good device. And do not buy this device if you want to play hardcore games or do multitasking. It will get pretty warm at the back. And if you are thinking to buy this device, do go, do go with the Snapdragon variant. It would be a much better choice compared to this Exynos variant. And do keep in mind it will not get any software updates. So buy this device only if you get at a better cost. Otherwise, go with the Samsung Galaxy A series, as those devices will get much further software support as well as slightly better processor than this device. So that was regarding the Galaxy Note 9 and why this is still the most feature packed phone that Samsung has released till date. Do let me know which phone do you use and what do you guys feel of this Samsung Galaxy Note 9 in the comment section below, and which video would you like to see next time. Thank you.